Hello and welcome to my channel. You are in for an amazing ab workout today. We're going to focus a lot on functional core strength and stability. A lot of balancing, a lot of slow and controlled movements. Let's get started. I'm going to be talking you through the workouts we're going to be doing. So we're going to start on our back, start in dead bug. If you've never done dead bug before, you put your hands up to the ceiling, you put your legs up to the ceiling. You want them to be in a 90-degree angle or close to a 90-degree angle. And you're going to alternate. So you're going to do right arm, left leg comes down. You should be shaking. And then left arm, right leg comes down. If in dead bug your lower back pops up at all, just lift your head up and you should have no space between the mat and your lower back, or very, very minimal space. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling up. Nice and slow and controlled movement. You should be shaking in your rectus abdominis, and everything should be braced. If someone punched you in the stomach, they shouldn't hurt you at all. Nice and slow. Fight the urge to want to go fast here. Good. Almost there. If you find your form starting to fade, you can totally restart. Reset back to where you were and start over. Do 3 more here. 1, 2. Last one. Good. Hug those knees in. Woo. You should already be burning in your core a little bit. Next, we're gonna flip over. We're gonna do the exact opposite of what we just did. We're gonna do bird dog. So that was dead bug. Now we're gonna do bird dog. If you're advanced, you can go into floating bird dog. So you bring both your knees up and you float through it. Since I'm gonna be talking, I'm just gonna stay in regular bird dog. Make sure your toes are tucked. Right arm comes out, left arm comes out, left leg comes up, and we're gonna bring elbow to knee. Slow and controlled. We wanna really squeeze in and release it. On the squeeze in, we wanna exhale and release it. Squeeze in, exhale, release it. Fight the urge to wanna go fast. That's going to be a theme. You want to do nice and slow, intentional movements here. Full range of motion. We don't want to rush anything. What's the point of working out if we're just going to rush through it and not get the full benefit? Good. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing. When you squeeze in, you should almost not be able to talk. It should be so contracted. We'll do 2 more on this side. Last one. Good. Switch sides. Left arm comes up. Right leg goes out. Same thing, squeeze in, nice and slow and controlled. Good, this is going to focus a lot on your core stability, because you're forced to focus on keeping everything intact. Making sure you're not rocking, nearly falling over. Making sure your hips stay fairly level. Good, just a few more here. Slow and controlled in. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, really squeeze this last one. And release it. Good, you can rock back and forth here. Shake it out a little bit. I'm not one for the super speedy ab workouts. I like to take my time with it, let myself recover a little bit, and flip back over. And we're gonna do seated wood chops. I like the standing version of this with a resistance band. I don't like the standing version that I've been seeing with the kettlebell, where you're just down and then you're going up. A lot of the time your leg muscles are gonna recruit into that, your shoulders are gonna recruit into that. I much prefer to be seated and force my abs to do all the work. So we're gonna come up to the right. It's like we're doing a Russian twist, but we're just going straight over our body. And we wanna exhale on the way down. Just letting our fingers touch the ground. Nice and slow. You want to have a nice lean back. You don't want to be too far up. You're not going to feel anything. You want to be back so that your core is engaging. If you can go further back, that's great. I would recommend not lifting your legs to advance, because when you lift your legs, you bring your hip flexors in more than they're already working in this movement. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Release it. Woo! Burning. So you should have felt that in like your intercostal muscles, which are up here. Those little ones by your ribs and your oblique. Move to the other side now. Arms come up and down. If your range of motion isn't super huge, if you can't bring your arms all the way back behind you, that's totally fine. As long as you're feeling a nice pull in your abs throughout the whole movement. Do 3 more. 2 more. Ooh. Last one. Release it. Oh. Open up your legs and stretch out your hip flexors if you feel that they're a little bit tight. Our hip flexors are very strong and they take over a lot of time in certain movements, which is why I don't really love standing movements unless you know exactly how to engage your core super properly. I'm gonna move on to bear crawls. I'm not gonna do bear crawls for super long. A, because I don't have a lot of space here. B, because they're super hard. I like to do them sideways versus forward and back. They're a little bit confusing, so you're gonna come up and you're gonna step your left foot out as your right hand comes in, and your left hand comes out and your right foot comes in. Left foot, right hand, right foot. I'm confusing myself. Keep going. Make sure that your hips stay stable. Your knees are floated up. Ooh. Ooh. It's good for that. That's a hard one, and that's one that you definitely can progress on. Next, we're gonna take just a moment to relax. Shake everything out. You can come into an upward dog or a cobra and just kind of stretch yourself out, back, whatever you need to do to make your way into our plank up downs. I know, I'm so sorry. I also hate them. We won't do them for super long, and I'll give you just a second to breathe before we start, because I don't want to be in this either. Catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose regulates your breath better. But if you have cramps, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Come on up to your forearm plank. And let's start. Up, and down. Try to keep your hips as stable as possible. If you need to open up your feet a little bit in order to get some more help and stability, do that. No more seconds. Good. Relax and release. Woo. Those ones are so good, but they are so good. Move on into a side plank. If the side plank is not accessible to you, you can keep your knee down, up on your hand, knee down, and we'll do a side plank like this with a little hug, modified side plank. If you want to come down onto your elbow, onto your forearm, do a side plank like this, little hug. Or if you want to be up on your hand, you could do a side plank like that. That's what I'll do. Woo. Okay, we're ready. Up on your hand, feet stack, arm comes up. We hug. I'm just gonna do 10 of these. 4. 5 more. Good, switch sides. Same thing on the other side. You need to modify it, totally modify it. Five more. Woo. Really, I'm very unbalanced on this side. Last one. Good. Stretch it out. Relax. Breathe. We have one more. It's not great, but you could do it. You can do one-legged, one-armed plank. So coming into your plank on your hands, your high plank. For some reason I can't think of words today. You're gonna come up and we're just gonna hold for 10, 15 seconds, however long you can. I'm not gonna count out loud because this is a hard movement. I don't think I can. 3, 2, 1. Come up and lift. A little bit. Back. Relax, reset. I hope you were breathing through all of that. Your breath will help you through the movement as much as it feels like you want to hold it. Other side, and then you're done. You got it. You made it this far, you might as well finish. Three, two, one. Come up and lift. And release it. And relax. You did it. You're done. You crushed it. If one side was easier than the other side, that's normal. If you need to modify, that's normal. If you can breathe, that's normal. You stuck with it and you stayed with me through the whole time. And I love you so much for that. I hope you have a beautiful day.